What is going on, everybody? How are we all doing? And welcome back today to another episode of our Blackburn Rovers Career Mode Road to Glory on FIFA 18, episode number 21 today, I believe. Again, thank you so much for your support on the last episode. Really do appreciate it. Of course, if you have missed it, I would highly recommend you go and check that out, because we make a big signing that's going to be coming in January, and we do very well. Our form right now is fantastic. We're actually today going to be kicking things off against a team that we absolutely smashed in the last episode. That is going to be Ipswich in the Carabao Cup. However, I am going to simulate it because I do want to play another 3 games today. So we're going to be simulating Ipswich first. We're then going up against Oxford, a team that got promoted with us, of course, last season. Then we're going to be taking on Middlesbrough, which should be on paper a very tough game. And we're going to be ending things off against Cardiff, a team that's doing very well this year in real life in the Championship. So potentially 2 very tough games there. But it's going to be interesting to see how we get on here against Ipswich, because like I say, we absolutely demolished them in the league fixture. So let's get into this one, quickly sim it, and then move on to the games in the league. So the main thing that we're hoping for is no more injuries from this game. Whenever you simulate a game on FIFA, I always feel like you've got a higher chance of injuries, and unfortunately we've come away with a 2-0 defeat. I think we beat them 5-0 when we played the game in the league, but to be honest, Carabao Cup, it's not something that we've got major objectives with, so I'm not too fussed about that. But 2-0 defeat, kind of disappointing. Hopefully though, we've got Oxford literally a few days later, we can bounce straight back. Here we are then, guys, our first league game of today's episode. We're going up against Oxford United, like I already mentioned, the team that got promoted with us last season. And the kind of game that I think at the start of the season we definitely would have targeted to pick up 3 points here, home and away. We're obviously doing quite well, sitting in 8th place. The league is still very tight. And we've got a couple of key injuries. You can see Oxford down in 16th on 19 points. We're all the way up in 8th, and we've got 21 points. That is ridiculous how close this league is right now. Absolutely insane. But yeah, we've got a couple of major injuries. One of them a more long-term one. We're actually, wow, I did not know that, we're the top scoring team in the league. That's all down to that 5-0 win against Ipswich last episode out. But yeah, we've got some major, well, one major injury and one small injury that has meant that we've had to make a big change in our defence for today's game. So hopefully it can do okay still. But let's take a look at the lineups, and then we'll get this game kicked off. Here's the Oxford lineup. There's a few players that we'll recognise from last season. Dwight T and Darley, I'm pretty positive they would have bought in. So quite a big name for them, really. Used to play for Swansea. They've got James Henry on that right-hand side. I don't know if they had him before. Yeah, I can't remember how we got on against these last season, but we did stomp the League One, let's not forget, so hopefully we can do the same today against Oxford. I'm sure it's going to come back and bite me in the backside. But our team's about to pop up, and Lenihan is, of course, the player that's out for a long time. He got the injury in the last game. Nyambe also picked up a small knock. He was only out for a couple of days, but he's not fit for this one, unfortunately. And like I've said, that means we're going to be changing up the defence. We've still got right in between the sticks. Van Berger remains in there, as does Williams, but Mulgrew's coming in, and then Royerson coming in at right back as well. The midfield's staying the same: Busquets, Harper and Dupont, and then the front 3 of Tablat, Samuel and Badillo. This team on the whole, obviously taking out Lenihan and Nyambe, but has been performing very well, so hopefully we can do the same in this one. No, stop him turning! Oh, Oxford have taken the lead right on the stroke of half-time as well. That is an absolute killer. We just did not defend that well enough at all. Count him on the edge of the box, turns, and the defender's just shrugged off. I mean, he's nowhere near him, is he? It's just a well-taken chance in off the post. Raya doesn't stand a chance. And we're 1-0 down, right at half-time as well. Raheem Hart flies it down the bottom to Video. Back to Dominic Samuel. Video's continued his run here. Alvaro Video, he's been in good form of like, what we're going to do here. We're going to try and drop inside. We're going to find... Oh, no! That was the chance. We should have just gone with Video, I think, now. I was trying to look for Samuel, and it didn't pay off. Dominic Samuel, look at the space we've got here on the counter-attack. Alvaro Video. We need some support from Samuel. We're going to get it. Is he going to get that? He is just about. Dominic Samuel. It's a lovely finish. 1-1. Back in the game. When I first took that shot, I'm not going to lie, I thought I made the wrong decision because Tabla was available on that far stick. But you've got to have faith in Samuel, haven't you? He was our top scorer, the top scorer in the league last season. There's no way you can't trust him to finish that kind of chance. Video did really well, actually, because it wasn't the easiest pass to make, but he put it in behind enough that it caused issues, and then Samuel tucks it away into the side netting. 1-1, plenty of time left in the second half. Let's go ahead and win this game now, come on. Good defending by Royerson. Filling in for Nyambe there. He had a bit of a shocking start to the game, but he steadied himself. Dominic Samuel, he finds Moise Keane. If he can turn his money, we could be in. What a touch that is. Moise Keane, put it back, stick. Oh, it's in! Connor Washington, I think it is. We've brought him on. We've gone with those 3 strikers at the top end for the end of the game. And I've got to say, what a goal that is. Moise Keane's touch here, just so, Is that a glitch? Is it a nice touch? I don't know, but he does really well. Puts it into that backstick area. And it's nodded home by Connor Washington, number 17. The substitutions linking up. The substitutions paying off. And we are in the lead with not long left to go now. This happens all the time, and we concede late goals and throw away the points. Let's not let this happen this time. Washington with his 4th goal of the season. Let's make sure that's the point sealer. Oh, it's Reyes. Thank the Lord for that. That should be full-time, guys. It's got to be. Booted up there. There's the full-time whistle. It's a 2-1 win. Fantastic to see our league form continuing in the fashion that it started out last episode. We're in such great form right now. And also, not only did we win the game, we came from behind for 1, and for 2, we actually held on to a lead when we were a goal in front for the last 10 minutes, which is something that we've not done enough this season. So great stuff. Substitutions winning us the game. It was a very, very dull game aside from the goals, as you can see from the highlights. But I'm going to say one that we deserve to win, but very close, very dull. Let's take the 3 points. Let's get out of there. Here we are then, guys. Game number 2 of today's episode, or 3 technically, but the second one that we're playing. We're back at home and we are hosting Middlesbrough, which on paper is a much, much tougher game than that last one out against Oxford, but we're in such good form right now. We're actually now in the playoff places. I believe you might see in just a second we're now sitting in 5th place, and our team for this game is arguably a little bit stronger as Nyambe is going back into the lineup, as we'll see in a second, but we have been forced to make another change in the midfield due to a fitness stamina issue. So let's take a look at the league table if that pops up and the lineups. I think the league table's about to pop up here, as you can see. They're actually highlighting Sunderland for some reason, who are down in 15th. I don't know why, but we're up in 5th right now in the playoffs, which is fantastic. But let's take a look at the lineups and let's get this game underway. So here's our lineup for the game. It's pretty much the same as in the last match against Oxford, but a couple of changes. Like I've already mentioned, Nyambe coming back into the team in that right back spot, but unfortunately Raheem Harper wasn't able to play this match because of fitness level. So Rising gets his 2nd start in a row. Actually, he played right back in that last match where Nyambe is now back in. He's now playing in central midfield, so nice to see his flexibility coming into use. He comes back into the team, but the rest of it stays unchanged. Here is the lineup for Middlesbrough. There's bound to be some recognisable players in here. They've got Martin Braithwaite leading the line, Bradley Dack at cam, former player of course. Hopefully he won't cause us any issues. They've got Adama on the right, they've got Johnson on the left. A lot of recognisable names, Johnny Howson and Ryan Shotton at centre back there as well. So a lot of names there that we recognise. Bradley Dack though, potentially the one that's going to be catching the eye the most. Oh, we've let them get past far too easily there. All the way to the touchline. Adama, a player, of course, that's known for his explosive pace and dribbling, but usually lacking the final third. But he's not there because he's putting a good cross and we're 1-0 down. Not the start that we would have wanted, and I'm hoping and praying that's not Bradley Dack. I've just knocked my laptop, sorry if you heard that. I don't think it is. But I'll tell you what, Middlesbrough, that is a flying start. They are just a level up on us, really. When you look at the team, the players, they've got all that kind of stuff. Adama's pace there, dribbling was just too much. The link-up was fantastic. Decent ball into the box. It was well saved the first effort, but then the rebound was tapped home. Far too easy from our point of view, and it's Marvin Johnson that's putting the goal. Not Bradley Dack. There's something we can cling on to then. There's something that can... it could have been worse. Nyambe drops the shoulder well. Trying to put a decent ball in the box. He has. It's right to the back stick. It's a great save. And we get to the rebound. Straight back into the game, guys. He's not offside, is he? No, he's not offside. Superb stuff. It was a wonderful ball in from Nyambe. The first header I thought was going to go in, to be honest. The keeper's done really well to save it, but it's that man, the poacher, the finisher, that is Dominic Samuel, that puts in the rebound to make it 1-1. And no sooner were we 1-0 down, it was looking, it could be like a long 90 minutes. We're back in the game. Oh, tell you what, that first header, how was that not going in? I don't know who it was, but Samuel's there for the rebound, slaps it in on the volley, and we're back in the game. Fantastic stuff. Oh, that's far too easy. Marvin Johnson has scored 1 goal already and he's dropped inside very well there. Finds the Adama. It's a good save from Ray. We need to get that header though. We don't, but we do manage to block it and get it away. My lord, that was close. And now we've got a counter-attack actually with Dio. It's a fantastic ball. He's in. Can he hold off the defender? He can. Oh, it's so lucky, but I do not care one bit. We make it 2-1. I went for the dink over the keeper originally. He just stood his ground, the keeper did, and parried it, thankfully, straight back into the path of Padilla, who then essentially had an empty net to tap into. We really got away with that. At one end, Raya makes a great save. We're getting a good block. Counter at the other end. I think it was Dominic Samuel who played the ball, but look at this. The keeper stands his ground really well. So fortunate to get the rebound, and that is just the kind of thing that you get when you're in good form. If we were in bad form, no way does that happen, but right now, the goals are flowing. We're playing well. And we've taken the lead at home against Middlesbrough. What a start. Well, I mean, 25 minutes in, 3 goals. This has been a pretty hectic start. Come on, we need to stop the cross. They're having so much joy on that side. Just dropping it inside constantly. And Raya is forced into a good save again. He's had a pretty busy game, Raya, this time out. It's Braithwaite, very dangerous player on his day. We've dealt with it. No, we haven't. Not enough. Oh, it's a good save by Raya again. Again, he's been very, very busy in his first half as Raya. Picked up Dominic Samuel here. It's about 40 yards from goal. Lays it back. Dupont. Back to Samuel. Going to go across now. Royalson. Got the on-running Niambe. Loves to do this from full-back, obviously, and he's absolutely skinned his player. Drop it back. He has! Oh, that should have been 3. I think it was Dupont that the chance fell to. Really nice move again. We're playing some lovely football. Still 2-1. But they're in a good position here. It's, I don't know who that is for Middlesbrough. Couldn't quite catch his name there, but he's causing problems. He's got it again on the edge. And he scored it. God damn it. It would be the one player on the flipping team whose name I don't know, wouldn't it? That's curled it in there. We just gave him far too much space. He's only just come off the bench, unfortunately, but he does manage to cause the damage. Finesses it in on the edge. Could Raya have done better? It was at his near post. But he just couldn't quite stretch to it. I mean, maybe he's unsighted there. The defender looks like he's going to block on it. Can get a block on it. He just doesn't quite get there, and it's curled in. Who was it? Evangelista. Not someone I'm familiar with. Should have gone further with Tabla there, but that ends the game against Middlesbrough. We come away with a point. 2-2 draw. You know, it's not the worst result in the world. I would have liked to have won it because we're at home and we've been in such good form. That's the first team in the league that have managed to stop us for a while, I think. But Middlesbrough are very, very good. I think Adama on this that right-hand side is popping up all the time and causing us lots of problems. And a draw is at least what Middlesbrough deserve. They had 9 shots, so we both had 9 shots. We had 9 on target as well. But yeah, Middlesbrough caused problems, and a point, I'd say, is definitely a fair result there. Here we are then, guys. We're now in the final match of today's episode. It feels like it's been wall-to-wall gameplay in today's episode, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed that. We're playing against Cardiff away from home in this one, and I do want to say in advance my camera is extremely likely to die at some point during this fixture, so apologies for when that inevitably does happen. The lineup for today's game has changed slightly due to a couple of players being out on international duty, and also the return in the team of, I was going to say Harper. Did Harper play that last game? I can't remember, but you can see we're playing against a Cardiff City team that aren't doing nearly as well in this career mode as they are in real life. They're down in 10th place. We're in 8th. Very, very close. This table is still like from the top half to the very bottom of the middle table, the bottom of the middle section odd class. It's sort of 16th, 17th place. He's super, super close right now, and these are the kind of games that we need to be winning to try and pull ourselves away and cement ourselves in that playoff race. But let's take a look at the lineups and then get into the final game of the episode. Like again, like I say, when the camera dies, apologies for that, it's probably going to be any second now. So here's the Cardiff lineup for the game. They've got Neil Etheridge in between the sticks, Sakula and Manga in at centre-half, usually one of the better rated centre-backs in the league on FIFA, I believe. They've got Zahore up front with Lee Tomlin in behind, Mendes Lang on the right. Junior Hoyle is, of course, a former Blackburn player on that left-hand side. He's going to be getting a warm reception of those Blackburn fans, I imagine. Here's our lineup for the game. Raya, of course, in between the sticks, almost an ever-present. I think my camera's just died as I'm doing the lineups here. But we've got Niambe at right back, Mulgrew and Van Lerberger making up centre-halves with Williams at left-back, Busquets, Harper and Dupont in the middle. Moise Keane playing on that left-hand side in place of Tabla, who's on international duty, with Samuel up front and Badil on the right. Hopefully, this team can get the job done. Let's get cracking. Oh, as if he's took that away. Where the cross went in, I knew there was danger there. Lee Tomlin's got on the end of it, but I didn't think Ray would be beaten at the near post like that. It was quite a nice finish. He hit it first time, and maybe that's what caught Ray out. I was just thinking as well, this has been an episode of returning players coming, hasn't it? We've got Junior Hoylers in this game. We have Bradley Dack in the last one, but it's not a former player here. It's Lee Tomlin that's put Cardiff in front. We are away from home. This is always going to be a tough game. And after 60 minutes, we find ourselves behind. But we've been on like that. We've been in this position already in this episode. Maybe we can come back again. Cross comes in. We need to deal with that. Well cleared. Oh, no, no, no. What a save, Raya. Still not clear. They've hit the post. How on earth have we got away with that? And now we can come away with Busquets finally. If we score in a counter-attack here, this will be very harsh on Cardiff, it's fair to say. Samuel to bring it forward. Looking on the edge of the box. We're looking at the edge of the box still. Oh, been pushed out of it. Finds Video. Dominic Samuel. Looking for the return to Video. We found him in all sorts of space. And that is a magnificent, magnificent move. I've turned to the camera. It's not on anymore, of course. But Video tucks away one of the very few chances we've had in this game. Cardiff have been quicker, stronger, made more chances. But we managed to take one of our own. It's a lovely move, actually. Finds Video there in the middle of the park. He finds Samuel, and it's a lovely ball back to him over the top. Catches it on the volley as it comes down over his shoulder, right in the corner. And Video gets another goal. And what has been a very, very nice season for him so far. Got a good return on goals and assists. And we're back in the game. Get in there, Video. Can we get it back to Samuel? He's made a great run. I'll tell you what, Dominic Samuel. Oh, what a tackle that is. Last-ditch foot in. It's a goal kick as well. No way. Well, in keeping with the theme of this episode, which seems to be so far players playing against the former club, we're bringing on Peter Whittingham, who had quite a long spell at Cardiff in the middle of his career. Probably his prime years are spent there, and he's going to come on against his former club. Can he cause them some damage? That's well won by Raheem Harper. Space at the bottom for Video. If he can get on the end of it, he can. And look at the room for Tabla at the back stick. Tabla, he's in acres. We're going to try and put it on his head. Tabla! Oh, he's got to do better there. That's a chance to win this game. That's a corner. I'll take it back. Good defending. He got back well. Can we do anything from the corner? Whipped in there. It's not a bad delivery. And now he's won the header. It's off the post. Oh, my Lord. How has that not gone in? What a header that was. Keeper was nowhere near it. Got to get to that. We've got to get to that. We haven't got to that. Oh, no. It's disaster. 88th minute. It's another late goal that we've conceded. Oh, that's heartbreaking. We've hit the post just at the other end, literally like 2 minutes ago, and then Cardiff have got it to the other end. I think it's Tomlin that scored a brace in this game. It's an absolute rocket of a finish. At first, I thought he took it on far too early. Couldn't get across in there, and we've committed. Look at that. He's took that so early. It's a great finish. 2-1 down. Lee Tomlin it is with his second of the game. And all of a sudden, we're 2-1 down, and there's not long to go at all. Oh, there's the full-time whistle, guys. We've had a bit of everything in today's episode. A win, loss, and a draw. But that one is disappointing. Whenever we lose games, man, we always just seem to concede goals so late on. It was a pretty good game. This one and the Middlesbrough one, actually, were pretty action-packed. We've only had 2 shots, so you could say we didn't deserve the point there. Cardiff, certainly the more attacking team there. But we did have chances. We did have chances where the defending was just superb from Cardiff at the last second. But let's take a look at the league table and end this one off, guys. Very disappointing way to finish it. So you can see after that game, we actually end this episode off lower than where we started. We're sitting in 11th place, but I'm going to reiterate it. Look how close the table is, man. I mean, we're literally 3 points off 5th place, which is where we were at one point in today's episode. But at the same time, on 25 points. I mean, you can see what I was saying. It goes all the way down to, I think, he's 17th Oxford on 23. He's very, very close. Only 2 points clear of that. Then there's a massive drop off to Nottingham Forest in 18th with 14 points. So, still all to play for. Bournemouth currently leading the table with 3 points clear of Brighton. But yeah, still everything to play for. And I do truly believe if we can put together another run like we have done recently. I mean, that's our first loss in the league in a long time. We can definitely challenge for those playoff spots. But that is going to end off this episode, guys. Apologies again for the lack of bass going through at the end of the last game and the end now. So not a lot I can do about it, unfortunately. But regardless, I hope you did enjoy the video. Leave a big thumbs up, like I said at the start if you did. And I will catch you all next time. Enjoy the rest of your evening, guys. Nidge out.